Hey, hi, hello there. Welcome back to another episode of An Anthropologist Watches Amberlynn Reid. And today we are watching the Everything I Ate in 2 Days / Cheesecake Factory Moving Furniture and Pack With Me vlog. So, I have been gone. Thank you all for the well wishes. I did get the new strain of the Rona, and it has been, it's really, how to put this, it sucked, but it could have been worse, I guess is my point. So again, if you're not someone who's like, for whatever reason, against the vaccine, you should probably go get a booster because it'll have the new variant in it. And trust me, it's better than this. So yeah, that was like a week and a half of my life that I'll never get back. And I've been boosted, so anyway, yep, still got the spaciness. So Amber did a bunch of stuff while I was recovering, and none of it has really been like life-shattering. I know that she did a live where she admitted that she finally admitted that she had a girlfriend, which we already knew that. Um, I don't know why she didn't think that we didn't know that. Amber just thinks she's so damn clever, and that's part of Amber's problem. Is only part of it. So, that being said, thank you for bearing with me and my very nasally voice. I also have 3 cats in the background who have decided that now is playtime. So there's that. And let's see. Yes, I am an anthropologist by training. I am an archaeologist, retired. Those are my credentials. Every now and then I mention that I studied human evolution and human diet. So there's that. And that's pretty much it. So the rest of this is just my opinion. And on top of that, I would like to say thank you to all of my subscribers and thank you to all of my members. I got a little derailed there, but I promise I'm working on stuff. And yes, and thank you to everyone who's going to hit the like button. Ding. And yeah, I can't think of anything else I want to say before we jump into this other than I've already watched this twice now, and it's a video, and the furniture moving part is really weird. It's kind of weird, you guys. So there's that. Otherwise, we'll get into it, but there's just not a whole lot here. I guess I'll find something to ramble about. This may be a short video.
Hi guys, this is a
Hi.
weird angle, but I'm just trying to get an intro. Hello, welcome to a new vlog.
Oh, she sped up to 1:15, by the way. Why? Why don't just do an intro? Just do a normal intro. Just have a normal intro. It can even be quirky and funny and goofy. Like, this doesn't come off as any of those things. It just comes off as lazy. And it just comes off as like bare minimum effort.
Okay, so my bed is looking wild right now because I'm just going through so many different things.
Wild, wild west.
And right now I'm actually about to go through all of my wonderful, beautiful ornaments that go on a Christmas tree. I have 2 Christmas trees. I have a huge one for the living room and then like a super skinny tall one, like a parody, that we put in the office last year. And I'm just trying to decide which one I want to bring with me because I'm not going to bring both.
You know, my mother has, I think one year she had 5, not full-size trees, but she had 1 full-size tree, 1 smaller tree, and then a bunch of little tiny ones all around the house. My mom is a huge Christmas fan. She just went nuts one year. I think they're down to just the 1 tree now, though, because it's just her and my stepdad.
So I don't know. But I'm going to go through these and see which ones I want to get rid of. If there's any that are attached to memories that I don't want, definitely getting rid of that. Hi, Rudolph.
I did kind of want to talk about Amber getting rid of her memories. Like, I find that interesting that, that she's making such, well, first off, she's making a huge deal out of it and she's being very performative of it. It's like, out with the old, in with the new kind of a thing. I don't know how much of it is like authentic, I guess is my point. She seems to think that this is what you must do. You must purge. Either that or she's using it as like a form of punishment or as attempting to use it as a form of punishment to Feline. But either way, it's very unsubtle. What's the difference of unsubtle? What's the difference of subtle? Anyway, she's very much putting it front and center anytime she goes through any of her stuff. You know, she's like, I got to get rid of anything with a memory. Like she even goes through the big deal about the Harry Potter hair wrap scrunchie, the hair scrunchie. She had to make a big deal about that one, and any of the artwork that her and Feline purchased together. She's made a big deal about getting rid of that. And it's just, she's going out of her way to let us know that she's like purging Feline from her life. And she's always falling back on, like, it's just too painful to think about, blah, 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 blah. And it's like almost everyone I know who has had an amicable breakup, I guess is where I should put this, they keep something from the relationship, you know, maybe because it was a useful object or something that they actually genuinely just liked, regardless of if the memory is attached to it or not. Amber's not even really doing that. Like, I think later in this clip, she tells us that she's getting rid of anything that looks like a deer because of Bambi and Feline. It's just very performative, I guess, is where I'm really going with this. It's just like, this is how she thinks people break up in a healthy breakup, and so this is what she thinks she should be doing, and so she's making this big production about purging herself of all of these memories, because even the good memories, because most of these objects you would think would be attached to a good memory, you know, she's purging even the good memories because even those are too painful for her, which I just think is strange.
She's always so nosy.
I get getting rid of things if they have a painful memory to them, or if you were getting out of a bad relationship. Like, I get that part, you know, but like, this supposedly wasn't a bad breakup. This was, she's still in love with Feline, yada, yada, yada. You know, you would think these objects would still mean something to her, especially if there's the things that she likes. And also, I don't for a freaking minute believe that this ring is just some old thing she found laying around. When have you ever seen Amber wear rings? So,
She's always like, what are you doing, mama? So yeah, as you guys can tell, I love whites and reds.
She didn't even wear her engagement rings when she had them.
Silvers for Christmas. It's my favorite decor by far. I am low-key shocked with how many I'm keeping. I'm keeping all those, and I'm literally just getting rid of these. I thought I had more that had like memories, but I didn't want to keep any that were like deers, because it makes me sad. But there is one like white deer right
And I don't want to keep any of the deers. Okay. What is that? Do stags not count? Is that the thing? Stags are cool, but deers are not?
here, which doesn't make me as sad, but
I guess
if
she
any
means
look like
doe.
Feline or Bambi, then I'm not keeping it. I just can't. But
That one's ugly anyway, so you don't care.
I just went through all of these wax melts. My nose is broken, I swear to you. These are all the ones I'm going to get rid of. And this is just the little bit that I'm going to keep. This took so long.
Why do you have all of those anyway? Like, that's more wax melts than one person can use in a lifetime, I would imagine. Unless you were just constantly burning a wax melt. I just don't get it. Why do you have them all?
But I just felt super obligated to smell each and every single one and decide if I wanted it or not. Okay, so I'm currently putting the crystals I want to save just in baggies.
Just in baggies? Most people, when they want to preserve their crystals, because they can be very fragile, usually put them in boxes with like wrapping or bubble stuff around them because they're fragile. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone store their crystals that are large like this, like the spheres and the towers. Even the geodes can be fairly fragile, like, and those aren't small pieces, so they're not cheap. They're probably not the most expensive ones, but they're not cheap either. But why wouldn't you at least wrap them in tissue paper or something before you shove them in a bag?
I have gotten rid of so many. I used to have a lot of crystals. A lot. And it seems like I still have a lot, but I've gotten rid of so many. These are just the ones that I love so much, and I just cannot see myself.
I love them so much, I'm going to put them in a baggie and then into a drawer where I'll never look at them again and just let them bang and chip up against each other. Okay. I mean, they're not my crystals.
Getting rid of them. They're super expensive and they're beautiful, and I like to just feel their energy, and I really love using them as like decor. So we'll see how I do it in my new place for sure. Hello, I'm actually eating right now.
Great. Okay, what I love about this face, and the reason why I've paused here, is even slowed down, she's shoveling the salad into her mouth. Like, I don't know why she eats so fast. It's like someone's gonna come and yank the rug out from underneath her. But that being said, she eats like a child. But she's eating so quickly, and she's thinking about what she's going to shove into her mouth next, to the point where she doesn't even finish getting this bite fully into her mouth before she's looking at the pasta dish that she's going to pick up here in a second. She's got like a shrimp primavera or something sitting over here that she's going to grab while she's still chewing and swallowing this bite. Like, that's how fast and how like focused she is on this food. It's kind of disturbing.
You guys, so August 7th. I'm a little nervous for this weigh-in because I am a little swollen. I've been doing a lot of walking, a lot of packing. That's just how it goes. Hello, it's ready. But I'm still eating how I have been, so let's see if I've made any progress. 510.6 pounds. 510.6, that means I'm still making progress.
Yay.
Slowly but surely, but it is happening. Hi, you guys, it is the next day. I did not want to film.
I need her to quit making the horse noise. I don't know which one of y'all taught her to make the horse noise, but she needs to stop. Wait. Children don't even make that noise. It's not cute.
Because Rarity slept on me last night. She slept like right here. So now I'm having really bad allergies. My eyes look really good right now compared to how
I honest to God thought she was going to tell us she was crying, because this is what she looks like when she's been crying. So it caught me off guard a little bit when she was like, these are my allergies. And I was like, oh, this is like your cry face though, isn't it? So.
How they looked about an hour ago. So swollen and red. I was like this. Yeah, I know. And I just feel like it's getting just like worse and worse. And I know I should probably take allergy medicine, but like, I don't like medicine.
I get that there's some people that don't like to take over-the-counter stuff, and I get that there's people that like have a suspicious outlook on medication in general because whatever their reasons are. I'm not. Excuse me. Okay, one phone call from my mother later. Where were we? Let's back this up some.
Like worse and worse. And I know I should probably take allergy medicine, but like, I don't like medicine. I don't.
Oh, that was my thing. Amber uses her not liking medicine thing as some kind of weird flex, and it seems strange to me. Like, it's some kind of like ethical flex for her. Like, she thinks she's doing something by not taking the medicine. But yeah, then she goes and medicates herself with like food or her gummies, if we will pretend to believe that she does that, you know, that kind of stuff. And the disconnect in her head that occurs between taking something that's literally designed to help you. Like, there's not a whole lot of people that have bad reactions to over-the-counter medication. It's kind of why it gets sold over the counter. I'm not saying there aren't people who do. I'm just saying on average, most people don't. You get the effect from the over-the-counter medication that you're supposed to get from it. That's why it's sold over the counter. But for Amber, like, first off, her size is so large. She may not even get effects from over-the-counter medication, to be honest, now that I'm really thinking about it. But that's neither here nor there. She acts like any prescription or any medication is somehow just completely toxic to her. And I don't get it, other than she really is just trying to be unique and quirky. And I don't see the benefit for her in this. Like there's no benefit for her doing this. It's just living on the struggle bus for no reason other than to just be able to tell people, hey, I don't do medicine. You know, I don't take any kind of medication. And I think that's weird. Okay? I don't have any problems with people taking medication, especially prescribed stuff. It's prescribed for a reason, you know? It's just that kind of crap. And like she acts like she thinks she's doing something superior when in reality she's just hurting herself by not getting relief where she's A, been prescribed it, and B, where it's easy to get a hold of for simple things like this cat allergy that she has. I don't doubt that she has cat allergies. It's just take some Benadryl or some other non-drowsy over-the-counter allergy medication. There's like, what, 10 different types you can take at this point, you know? But, and then the same thing, she doesn't even use homeopathic remedies. Like, it's not like she's going to go take some, I don't even know what you would use at home tea-wise for allergies, honestly. But it's not even like she does that kind of stuff. It's not like she drinks tea for health or, you know, eats clean for health or has certain herbs or supplements that she takes for her health. She doesn't do any of it. She just doesn't do anything. And it's just kind of, it's just indicative of how little she actually cares about her health and how little effort she really wants to put into things. Like most people I know who don't take over the counter stuff take supplements of some variety because they think that's better for them or it works better for them. It doesn't matter. There usually is some kind of balance. And with Amber, there's just nothing. She doesn't do anything. You know, she doesn't even do basic stuff to take care of her own health. And it's just, it's a weird flex for her in my head because it doesn't make sense, you know?
So I don't know. No makeup today, so let's just not look at me. Like I did have makeup on, as you can see, and I was like itching. And, oh my god, I need to go wash my hands. Like, cause I was itching so bad, and
I love how she thinks she's playing that off as if that's just dirt on her hands. It's just like, it's not. We all know it's not dirt on your hands. Everybody knows you have discolored skin. It is what it is, girl. And you're not doing anything to fix it, so why are you pretending?
I forgot that I had makeup on. And then I looked down at my fingers and I was like, oh, okay, there's a bunch of mascara and eyeliner on them.
So she went to sleep with her makeup on again. How does she know it's the cat? And how does she know she's not just having a reaction to wearing her makeup for 24 hours and then sleeping in it? There's certain eyeshadows I can't wear because they make my eyes water so badly, so I just quit wearing them. But, I mean, how do you know that's not actually what's happening? I mean, how do you know your pillowcase isn't filthy from sleeping on your makeup all the time and it's finally starting to, like, irritate your face? There's so many other things it could be besides the cats.
So that happened, but yeah, hi, good morning. I am so tired. So a lot of people are confused because I did mention in my live stream that my sleeping schedule is fixed, and then I mentioned in a vlog.
I hate this shirt. It bothers me so much
that my sleeping schedule is kind of messed up. So let me explain how my sleeping schedule used to be. Was so bad. Oh my god, I hate that you guys have to look at me like this.
Oh my god, you're so hideous. I can't believe you haven't cracked the camera yet. Why are you even putting us through this? Oh my god, Amber. Get a bag. Just get a bag, cut 2 holes in it, call it a day. What is wrong with you? If you really don't think you want to be on camera because you don't like the way you look, then don't turn the damn camera on. You're the only one in control of this. It's not like you're a reality television show and there's a camera following you around and you have no control over whether it's recording or not. Turn the camera off. It's okay.
So my sleeping schedule was really, really bad. I was waking up at like 4 p.m. and I wasn't going to sleep until like 8 a.m. And now, no matter what, I have my alarm set for 9:30 a.m., which is really, really big for me. So every single day, I would say for the last like maybe like 2 weeks, I have been waking up at 9:30 a.m.
Why did she jump cut that? Did she like sneeze? I mean, my jump cuts are usually because I'm sneezing or the cats are being jerks in the background or right now I'm coughing, case in point. So those are my usual jump cuts, and I'm sure that's probably what hers are, but it's very sus. Everything she does is suspect.
And no matter what time I go to bed, that is the time I am waking up.
So you went to bed at 8 a.m. and you're telling me you're going to get up at 9:30 a.m.? Uh-huh.
And I'm normally going to bed around like 2 a.m. So I don't know. I guess maybe 2 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. isn't that bad, but for some reason my body is just not used to it yet, so I'm like staying super tired.
What difference does it make? It doesn't. I understand staying on a schedule is good. Like it's mentally good for you to have a schedule and to stick to it somewhat because it you know what you're doing throughout the day kind of a thing, and it keeps you focused. I get that. But she's never had a schedule. So it's not like she's off of whatever her daily schedule is. It's not like she has Pilates at 9:30 a.m. and she's going to go golfing at noon. It's she just wanders around her apartment, eats some food, and wanders around her apartment some more. I mean, she might take the dog for a walk at some point. There's no rhythm to her life, so what difference does it make when she goes to sleep and when she wakes up?
But anyways, so I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm gonna go take this makeup off my fingers. I'm not really enjoying being on camera right
You're gonna take the makeup off your fingers, but you're not gonna take it off your face. Okay.
now, but I know that like hi, this is my job, regardless if I have an allergic reaction happening right now. I just feel super cringe and embarrassed.
Because you are super cringe and embarrassing. I do sometimes get secondhand embarrassment watching Amber. I'm not gonna lie. I've been watching a lot of 600-Pound Life because I've been sick. And I don't know why, but I've been fascinated by it. There's a channel, some of you guys know what it is. It's Shaun of Steel. I've been watching the hell out of him. And there are just so many similarities between these people, mostly the women, because it's mostly women. But even the couple of guys that have been on the show, they're just outrageous. And there's just so many similarities between these people and her. And it's shocking to me. Do you guys ever watch, I'm not a huge reality television person, which is why I never watched 600-Pound Life before. But it's like sometimes you watch stuff about people who are terrible, just terrible people. And it's like to remind yourself not to be that person, It's like you start off watching the show and you're like, oh my God, am I like that? Am I like that? And then you're like, God, I hope I'm not like that. And then you're like, okay, I'm gonna not be that guy. And I don't know. Am I the only one that does that?
Okay, guys, so I'm about to move this massive bookshelf. You guys are sitting in it. You guys are going for a ride here.
This is the weirdest. This whole thing is weird.
Will you fall?
Probably.
Oh my God, let me put you guys up here. Hi.
Why?
Oh, shit. What the hell? You guys just fell through. I don't know how that happened, but.
It's the back rooms. We fell through the back rooms. Okay, because this is such a bizarre freaking clip. Do you guys ever notice? And this goes back to the parasocial relationship stuff. Have you noticed that she addresses the camera as you guys? Oh my God, you guys just fell through. Will you guys fall over? What was the other one? Whatever she said at the beginning of this whole furniture moving thing. The camera is not an object to her. The camera is us. We are the camera. And I know I say that a lot, but this whole clip here with her, oh my God, you guys fell through. And I know she drops the camera every once in a while. I'm assuming it's her phone, but she'll drop her phone or her camera and she'll be like, oh my God, I dropped you guys. Or I put you guys in whatever. Sometimes she sticks the camera in a closet or something. I don't know what she does half the time because a tripod is too common for her. But it's not an object. It's a living entity for her. It is the audience, and she talks to the camera, not us. She talks to the camera, the object of the camera, as if it were a living sentient thing. And I just, in this clip, just kind of like solidified that in my Rona brain. She has humanized the object. What is it called? All right, sorry. There's a term for it. It's an anthropological term. I was trying to be fancy. It's not going to happen today. But she imbues this camera, this physical object of the camera. She imbues it with human qualities and treats it, at least for some period of time, as if it is itself a living thing, a living, well, a person, or a living group of people, because it's always plural. It is you guys, we are the camera, kind of a thing. Oddly enough, you see that kind of behavior with people playing games with their game avatars. Anybody playing like a first-person game, they like identify with the character, but also disassociate from the character at the same time. Like, you'll be playing a game. Everybody's done this. You'll be playing a game, and your character will be like running along, and then like gets attacked, and you're like, "Oh my God, I'm getting attacked!" And then you're just like, "Come on, Sam, the character, kick his ass." So like at the same time that you have yourself become the character, you're also distant from the character. Like the character is still a separate entity, kind of a thing. It's kind of what she's doing here. Like the camera has become human, but is at the same time still an object. Anyway, now I'm rambling. Onward to this weird ass clip. Okay.
So how y'all doing?
Not
I need
great.
Some support during this time. So what I'm doing is I'm actually getting rid of this and I'm putting it in the Goodwill pile, which, oh my God, you guys, I'm getting rid of so much stuff. It's insane. Yeah, I just don't need a lot of this stuff. So, all right, we have made it to the kitchen and then I'm gonna put it in the living room. So I'll see you guys in a second. All right, toodaloo, folks.
She walks so much better with a walker. Just pushing this thing. Every time I've watched this, she thinks she's being fucking cute, but really all it's showing me is that if she had like a wheelie walker, she would walk a whole lot better than she walks normally, because she's upright and stable, and really she's pushing that bookshelf, and that bookshelf is working like a walker would work for her, but she'll never get a walker.
All right, so the bookshelf is in here.
This is the living room? What is all that crap? Is this paper? Are these like envelopes? You can't see. All of this stuff here, is this just envelopes? I'm looking at her stuff. And what is this? It looks like there's just empty containers
With tons
in
of
here.
other stuff.
And then like this stuff, what is this? Is this packages she never opened or she never sent? These are mailing boxes. These aren't packing boxes. I'm not saying you can't use a mailing box as a packing box. I'm just, her fake grass over here. She have a table stacked on top. This is a collapsible table. Why do you have a collapse the damn table? And it's standing on top of her little uppy downy desk. These things are expensive, by the way. It's probably also heavy.
But
no, for real. This is a collapsible table that she has standing on top of the table that goes up and down. And then she's got this little caddy thing, shelf caddy, and it's standing on top of something else. This is stacked on something else. What?
I did it. Okay, guys.
Good for you. Amber getting rid of all of her stuff, I still say, is kind of like a reverse flex. It's going to boil down to when she gets to the new place, she's going to be like, oh my God, you guys, I got rid of so much stuff. Now I have to replace all of it. And it's basically just kind of a, look at me, I can spend money kind of a thing. That's just kind of how it boils down to. It's just very out of touch and that kind of stuff. And she clearly has no... She clearly doesn't care about the condition of the stuff. I'm not saying any of that was broken or beat up or dirty or anything like that. It's just collapse the table down. Why are you stacking it on top of a table that has a motor? Even though those tables are supposed to be able to lift like quite a few pounds, it's still like not the best way. It's not how I would have done it. That's what it boils down to. It's not how I would have done it.
Guys, so this is going to be the first wall decor that I take down. This is sad. I use those like sticky thingies.
Those things are the bomb diggity, by the way. I don't see them on the wall. They just completely come off with the picture. I use those too because they don't damage the walls. I recommend them. They're pretty sturdy too. They'll hold up, if you get the right ones, they'll hold up a pretty heavy picture.
These little like Velcro moments that are on here. See? Oh, yeah. That was sad. Okay.
Those came off really
I know
easy.
it has to happen. And here's another one I'm going to take down. The good old Miley Cyrus. She's now off the wall. I'm definitely keeping those, and I have to decide where are they going to go in my new apartment. So these guys, I don't know.
Your hotel art? You don't know where your hotel art's gonna go?
See, I use that. I don't know if I'm actually gonna keep these. I'm gonna think about it.
Didn't Becky hang those? I remember Becky putting those up, I
and then
think.
over here, we have this, which I'm probably not keeping.
It still looks like hotel art, but honestly, if I had to choose between the other things and those, I'd take the painting. Just because it's at least interesting visually.
So I want to show you guys the meal I got from the Cheesecake Factory. So this is supposed to be a kid portion of just buttered pasta. I was expecting like a small portion, but that is a lot bigger.
Girl, you've eaten at Cheesecake Factory for the majority of your life. You know what the portions there look like. Don't try to pretend. Also, why are you getting buttered pasta? Freaking weirdo.
Than I was expecting. I just wanted that as a side because my main thing I got is this veggie burger, which is made with
the
brown
violence,
rice, mushroom.
Not gonna lie, that looks really good.
So it's been a few hours.
Has it now? I was gonna say something.
Since I talked about my eye, and I don't know if it's getting better. I really hope so because I want to live stream tomorrow, and I'm not going to live stream if I'm looking like this.
You're gonna live stream tomorrow. What difference does it make what your eye looks like today? Clearly your allergies don't last that long. Look at that face. That is the face of no thoughts.
It's just not happening, and I'm not going to be putting on no.
What is that? She really does channel like Bebe. From like Bebe's Kids. She gets the head roll going on. She gets the lip sucking. She does the... It's the tongue thing. I apologize. It's just... She gets like the claws going on. What is she? Who is she mimicking when she's doing that? Is what I want to know. Who is she watched who does this? That she's because is that a Kardashian thing? Because I noticed some of the stuff she does is very Kardashian-esque, and I only know that because I started watching somebody else who does sketch comedy about the Kardashians, which is freaking hilarious because I know absolutely nothing about the Kardashians. I'm not even entirely sure what their names are. I've done a really good job of not keeping up with the Kardashians. But her sketch comedy is pretty funny. And I noticed that some of the stuff that she makes fun of the Kardashian girls doing, I've noticed Amber does. So my bet is that it's coming from that and probably not from the sketch comedy lady. I haven't seen anything from her in a while. I should go dig her up again. She's funny.
Makeup with my eyes like this because that's just counterproductive in my opinion. I do want to end this vlog.
Why is it counterproductive? I mean, I appreciate that she's putting the effort in to do her makeup and straighten her hair and look presentable on camera. I know she's doing that because of the new bae, but I appreciate that she's attempting and not just like showing up in her PJs like she used to do. That being said, how is it not productive? It's just don't put as much crap on your eyes.
Told you guys that I really want to work on not doing 8-minute vlogs, but doing 10-minute vlogs, and I have reached that.
She is so damn proud of herself too. Look at her. I reached that. I put 2 whole extra minutes on here by pushing a piece of furniture across my apartment. That's weird. That was weird. I'm here for the weird though, I'm not gonna lie. It was weird, but I'm here for the weird. It was easily the most entertaining thing that happened in the video. I don't know, man. I got nothing.
So we're gonna do some like 10-minute vlogs for the next few times, and then who knows? I might move up to 11 minutes.
Hang on. How to describe what just happened there?
10-minute vlogs for the next few times.
Okay, she's gonna tell us that she's gonna do 11-minute vlogs. She's got how to describe what's going to happen here. She is going to exude arrogance in these next couple clips. She's just going to turn the arrogance up to 11, which tells me she knows she's trolling everyone. Just maybe I should even slow it down. Let's see what happens if I play it at 75. Just watch her eyes, watch her facial expressions, watch the little amount of body language she's going to put into this.
And then who knows? I might move up to 11 minutes. I
might move up to 11 minutes. F you and everyone who watches this. F all of you. Kind of a thing. Cool. Alright, anyway. We're almost done.
I'm just trying to do my job. Also, I am there's a lot of hidden stresses right now that I'm going through.
You're not so secret girlfriend? That's a hidden stress. I really can't wait to hear the stories she's going to start telling as soon as she's not in the apartment with Feline anymore. And she feels like she's safe to start tattling and making up these crazy stories that she's going to start making up. I am very interested to hear what the stories are going to be after this, because she's going to have a moment where she sits down and does a tell-all, because she always does. So I'm actually really looking forward to it.
And then there's obvious ones. I don't have to write it out for you guys. It's pretty obvious. But anyways, I hope that you guys did enjoy this vlog, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Sorry. All right, I apologize for the sniffing. I tried to keep it to a minimum. I know I didn't keep it to a minimum. But all right. There wasn't a whole lot here. So there wasn't a whole lot here. I don't really even know what to say exactly about everything. I pretty much said what I'm going to say. I don't really care about the OMAD thing. Do I think that's the only thing she's eating in a day? I don't know. And I don't care. I don't see the weight loss. Okay, I'm not seeing the weight loss. And that could just be my eye just not being trained for it, I guess. Somebody was saying that she's got cheekbones again. And I mean, I guess in this picture, she does kind of have like a shape to her face that isn't moon. Which, you know, that's usually the first sign that she's bloated up, as her face just turns into this like perfect circle. She has a perfectly circular face when she's bloated. And I mean, that's not happening right now, but she's also at a weird angle, and I don't know. So take that how you want. I don't know one way or the other. She's got another week of losing before I'm gonna be like, hey, all right, you did the thing. Because I said it would, I'm skeptical until a month has gone by. She is progressively losing, I guess. And I mean, but her weight loss has gone from 15 pounds a week to like 2. And I've been watching a lot of 600-pound Life lately. And I know that when that happens, that means that they're not sticking to their diets. So that's where that's going. That burger looked really good. I kind of really want one. Not gonna lie. And that's pretty much it. Really, as opposed to, I mean, the only thing I can really do with any of this is just sit down and break down the whole concepts of like possession and possessions and ownership and like the value of objects to Amber, and just like the collecting for collection's sake. And these items don't enrich Amber's life. It's the ownership of the items that enrich Amber's life. And somebody said something really clever in one of the comments, and I've completely lost it, and I really wish I hadn't, because it was funny. Not even funny, it was very poignant. I want to say it was Tequila and Donuts who said it. Anyway, Tequila and Donuts has some very poignant observations, and I appreciate them. But it's just that kind of a thing. I can sit here and I can force an analysis here. And I mean, it's not a fake analysis. It's just there's nothing to talk about, you guys. And there's not going to be anything to talk about, I think, until after she moves. Because I think she's just kind of treading water at this point, and it's very obvious that that's what she's doing. She's clearly wrapped up or with her girlfriend. But here's my thing. The one thing I did want to say before we close out completely. She hasn't been eating on camera lately. And then this one, we get 2 eats on cameras. Now, she didn't eat her whole meal, but she did take several bites, and that's enough. I don't need to watch her chew. But that's the thing. What's different with this video that stopped her from eating in the other videos, other than she's now told us she's doing OMAD, or we're supposed to believe she's now doing OMAD. So is this, she's doing it to prove to us that she's doing OMAD, which she's never shown us a true full day of eating anyway. So we have nothing really to compare it to. But that doesn't mean in her head this doesn't somehow justify that she's doing that. You know, remember the fasting app that she was showing us, and she's like, oh, here's my timer. It's like, it's just an app. It doesn't prove anything. It's the same thing with the eating on camera thing. It doesn't prove that that's the only meal you're having. It just proves that you ate that meal, or you at least took those bites off of that meal. That kind of a thing. I don't think Amber understands how evidence works, I guess, is my point. So beyond that, I got nothing. If you've made it this far in the video, go ahead and leave a hamburger down in the emoji section, because I am apparently very hungry, and I'm going to go figure out what we're doing for dinner, because I'm starving, Marvin. And that's pretty much it. Thank you to everybody who made it this far in the video. Thank you to everybody who's going to hit the like and subscribe. Thank you for putting up with my COVID brain, and thank you for sticking around. And I will see everybody in the next one. Bye.